over my footwork and my cueing with how I cue clients through footwork and just my language and vocabulary. So I hope that you find this helpful. So to start, I give a few options as far as spring tension goes. I'll give 3 red springs for a lighter option, 3 reds and a blue for a medium, all 5 springs for heavier. We can always adjust the spring tension, make it lighter or heavier, depending on what the clients need. At our studio, we incorporate hand weights with our footwork. So I let clients choose which size weights they want. We have 1s up to 10s. We max out at 10s, so that's just what we have. So I'll have everybody start by lying down on their back. I don't care how you get there, whatever is the easiest, most comfortable way. Head rest can be up or down for any exercise. Heels are on the foot bar, parallel, about 4 to 5 inches apart. Arms are long by our side. So I get clients moving, pressing the carriage in and out. I'll cue adding a bicep curl. So we're straightening the legs all the way, resisting the carriage back in. For the first round, we're warming up breath with movement. So big inhale as you move one way, big exhale as you move the other way. There is no wrong way to breathe in my classes or in Pilates, in my opinion. So I'll let clients choose a breath pattern that makes sense to them. So we go all the way out, all the way in, flexing the toes back toward the shin. That'll work through your anterior tibialis. That's the front part of the shin. Good. And then typically we come in halfway for pulses. We go up an inch, down an inch. This is going to get us a little deeper into our vasti muscles, our quadriceps, to help promote strength through the knees and the legs. I do 30 seconds for each round, so that'll challenge endurance. And then we push all the way out, come back in. That was round 1 of 5. Next round, we're on the arches in the middle of the foot, plus an elbow tap. So as you push out, punch up to the ceiling, come back in, tap down. Squeezing the legs together, relax the toes. We're in this prehensile foot position. Second round, we check in with form and alignment. So in Pilates, we talk about this concept of neutral pelvis and spine. I'll cue clients to find a tension-free position through their hips and their back and keep that as still, as stable as possible. So hips are level, balanced, stable, little space in the low back, ribs heavy down toward the mat. And that's in relation to posture, those natural curves through the spine when you're standing upright. And then we come in halfway for pulses. Clients can omit the arms at any point if they want to just focus on the legs. And then we push all the way out after 30 seconds. Come back in. Round 3, we're on the toes, little V. So heels together, toes apart, plus a skull crusher. Dumbbells start next to the ears. As you press out, we punch up to the ceiling. As you come back in, we bend at the elbow. Keep the heels connected, lifting high. It's almost like a plie or a little froggy. So we've touched on the breath, the form. Next is powerhouse. So we think about taking awareness into our core, tightening 3-dimensionally through the abdominals. It wraps all the way into the low back. Lift through the pelvic floor. That's going to be an internal muscle. It's not visible from the outside. And also squeeze through the glutes. As you move in and out, we'll bring it in halfway. Find the pulses, up an inch, down an inch. While I move my hair out of the way, squeeze those heels, lift them up. That'll get into those adductor muscles just a little bit more. And we are looking for balance across the ball of the foot, from the big toe to the baby toe. And then push out, back in. Next we go heels wide. I call this sumo squat. Some may call it second. And then chest press, like you're doing a bench press. So you go out, tap the dumbbells, bend the knees, bend the elbows. Good, pushing, pulling. Through the footwork, I go through all of our Pilates concepts in depth. So that way through class, I can just say posture or powerhouse, and we've already talked about it. So I don't have to repeat myself over and over again. And then we'll come in halfway for those pulses each time. I'll also tell clients that first and foremost, I want them to honor their bodies. So if at any point they need to rest, I want them to do that. They can join back in when they're ready. I push back out, back in. Final round, toes on, sumo squat, hug a tree. So we move in and out All of our classes here at In Balance are multi-level, so I give plenty of options and variations, advancements, modifications for every exercise. So I want clients to customize their workout. That'll help promote autonomy and just empower fearless movement. I'll come in halfway, find that pulse. I'll also tell clients if anything I say today doesn't make sense, just ignore me, because Pilates is a practice. Every time you come in, you have those aha moments, those epiphanies. You get better, you get stronger every time you come in. Then we push out, bring it home, and then slide the toes to the middle for your calf raises. So push out one time, flex the heels under the bar, lift up to be toes. I'll give the option of a hammer curl or an arm movement if you'd like to layer that part in. But you want to keep the legs tense, engage the quads, squeeze the glutes, working through ankle mobility so you get dorsiflexion, plantar flexion of the ankle, along with the strengthening through the feet, ankles, calves. And then last one, and we'll alternate into our prance or run or whatever you want to call this, alternating the arms if you'd like to add that part. And then after that, foot massage, my favorite way to end class, pausing on any trigger points, tight spots you find in the feet. And then carriage comes in, reach the legs over, roll out the calves, similarly to a foam roller. So if there's any knots or tight spots here, pause, hold, sway on those spots. Usually we go into some roll-ups as a transition right after footwork. And yeah, that's how I cue through footwork, and it was kind of fast and accelerated. I'll leave moments of pause and silence, turn up the music, especially if I don't have something to say. I try to avoid just speaking to speak or filling the void. So leave those moments of pause so that clients can connect with their breath and just connect with their body a little more. I hope you enjoy this video.